There comes a moment when a person grows tired of waiting, waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for the right connection, waiting for more money, waiting for someone else to believe in them, waiting for a miracle that seems forever delayed. But what if the miracle has never been delayed? What if it has been quietly waiting for you? Not waiting for your circumstances, not waiting for your education, not waiting for your luck, waiting for your awareness. The greatest transformation in life begins the moment you stop asking, "When will my miracle arrive?" and begin asking, "Who must I become to recognize that it has already begun?" That single question has the power to change an entire lifetime. It has long been understood that the world faithfully reflects the deepest convictions carried within the heart. The experiences you repeatedly encounter often grow from the invisible beliefs you quietly accept as true. Change the unseen foundation, and the visible structure gradually begins to change with it. Think about the morning sun. It never struggles to convince the world that daylight has arrived. It simply rises. Darkness quietly gives way. In the same way, your life does not need endless force to become extraordinary. It needs a new inner sunrise. When your awareness becomes brighter than your fear, old limitations begin disappearing naturally. Many people spend years searching for signs that life is changing, yet the greatest sign is always internal first. It is the moment you speak to yourself with kindness instead of criticisms. It is the moment you expect good things without needing constant reassurance. It is the moment you stop introducing yourself through old disappointments. That is where miracles quietly begin. Imagine someone standing outside a magnificent palace convinced they are not allowed inside. Every day they admire its beauty, believing only fortunate people belong there. One afternoon they discover something astonishing. The key has been in their pocket all along. Nothing about the palace changed, only their awareness changed. The door had never been locked. How often do we do the same thing with our dreams? We admire abundance, we admire confidence, we admire success, yet we secretly believe they belong to someone else. The truth is gentler than that. Life often waits for you to accept inwardly what has always been available spiritually. The greatest miracle is not receiving something new. It is recognizing what has been possible all along. Perhaps you have said, "When I become wealthy, I will finally feel secure." Yet security is rarely born from numbers. It begins with identity. A peaceful mind can build wealth because it notices possibilities. A fearful mind can lose abundance because it constantly expects lack. Your inner atmosphere quietly influences your outer experience. Think of an eagle learning to fly. There comes a moment when it must leave the branch. The branch was never its strength. Its wings were. Many people spend years trusting the branch of circumstances, the branch of other people's opinions, the branch of visible evidence. Yet your true strength has never been outside you. It has always been the unseen confidence carried within your own awareness. The moment you trust that inner strength, life begins revealing how capable you have always been. Notice how a river never argues with the rocks placed in its path. It simply continues flowing. Sometimes it moves around them. Sometimes it gently reshapes them over time. Its power comes from consistency, not force. Allow your faith to become like that river, calm, persistent, unhurried, certain. Miracles often arrive through people who have learned to remain peaceful while the world tells them to panic. Close your eyes for a few moments. Take a slow breath, then another. Allow every breath to release an old burden you no longer need to carry. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a beautiful mountain valley just before sunrise. The sky glows with soft shades of gold, lavender, and pale blue. Cool morning air gently touches your face. The scent of pine trees mixes with fresh flowers carried by the breeze. Far away you hear birds greeting a brand new day. A peaceful stream flows beside you, its gentle sound washing away every anxious thought. With each step along the stone pathway before you, your heart feels lighter. Every step leaves behind another old fear, another limiting belief, another memory that no longer belongs to the person you are becoming. Ahead, you see a magnificent estate surrounded by gardens blooming in every color imaginable. Crystal fountains shimmer beneath the morning light. Ancient trees stand quietly, their branches moving gently with the wind. The place feels alive, not because of luxury alone, because of peace. The elegant doors open before you arrive. You step inside. Warm sunlight pours through tall windows. Soft music drifts through spacious rooms. Beautiful artwork reflects creativity. Shelves filled with books speak of wisdom. Fresh flowers brighten every corner. Everything feels calm. Everything feels abundant. Then you notice someone standing beside a grand window, overlooking mountains stretching endlessly into the distance. As they slowly turn toward you, your heart immediately recognizes them. It is you, not the version shaped by doubt, not the version carrying yesterday's fears. This is the version of you who believed completely. Their face reflects quiet confidence. Their eyes shine with deep peace. Every movement carries calm certainty. There is no rush, no desperation, only joyful expectation. They welcome you with a smile that feels familiar, as though you have finally returned home. Together you walk through beautiful rooms where meaningful work has created extraordinary impact. You see successful businesses built with purpose, creative projects that inspire millions, letters filled with gratitude from lives transformed by your courage. Financial freedom surrounds you naturally. Investments continue growing with ease. Your resources support your dreams and allow you to help others generously. There is always more than enough. You step outside onto a wide balcony. Luxury vehicles rest quietly nearby. Beautiful gardens stretch towards sparkling lakes. The morning sun warms your face. The breeze feels soft against your skin. Everything around you whispers one simple truth. Abundance feels natural here. Your future self gently places a hand upon your shoulder. No long speech is needed. Only one quiet realization fills your heart. You stopped waiting for miracles because you finally became someone who expected them. Those words echo through your entire being. You realize that wealth did not change this person, belief did. Success did not create their confidence. Confidence invited success. The miracle was never money. The miracle was identity. Step closer. Feel their peace becoming yours. Feel their certainty flowing through every thought. Feel gratitude filling every part of your heart. There is no distance between you anymore. Only one awareness, only one life, only one quiet knowing. Remain there for another peaceful moment. Let your breathing become slow. Let your heart accept this identity without resistance. Now gently return to this present moment. Carry this feeling with you. Do not leave it inside your imagination. Bring it into your morning. Bring it into your work. Bring it into your conversations. Bring it into every ordinary moment. Because ordinary moments are where extraordinary lives are quietly created. From today onward, stop asking life to prove your greatness before you believe in it. Become the proof. Walk like someone who trusts themselves. Speak like someone whose future is filled with possibility. Choose thoughts that strengthen rather than weaken you. Treat yourself with the same compassion you freely offer others. Every decision becomes easier when it comes from the person you have already chosen to become. There will still be moments when old fears return. Welcome them with understanding, then gently let them pass. Clouds may cover the sky for a little while, but they never remove the sun. In the same way, passing doubt cannot erase the deeper truth growing within you. Return again and again to the quiet place where confidence lives. Protect it, nurture it, allow it to become as natural as your own heartbeat. As this new awareness grows stronger, you will begin noticing small miracles everywhere. An unexpected opportunity, a timely conversation, a new idea that changes everything. A door opening exactly when you need it. They may appear ordinary to others, but you will recognize them because your heart has changed. And when the heart changes, the world begins revealing possibilities that were always there, patiently waiting for someone ready enough to see them. As this awareness becomes part of you, something remarkable begins to happen. You stop looking at life through the eyes of someone waiting to be rescued. Instead, you begin seeing the world through the eyes of someone who has quietly awakened to their own creative power. The same streets you walked yesterday seem filled with new opportunities. The same conversations carry different meaning. Even familiar challenges begin revealing hidden invitations rather than permanent barriers. Nothing outside has changed yet, but everything inside has found a new direction. There is a beautiful difference between hoping for a miracle and living as one. Hope often looks toward tomorrow with uncertainty. Living as the miracle fills today with quiet expectation. It does not ask whether life will eventually become generous. It gently assumes generosity is already flowing, even if its full expression has not yet appeared. That assumption softens your heart. It changes the way you stand, the way you speak, and even the way you notice possibilities that once seemed invisible. Imagine a musician preparing for an important performance. Long before stepping onto the stage, they have already heard the music countless times within themselves. Every movement has been practiced in imagination. Every note has become familiar before the audience hears a single sound. When the performance finally begins, it feels natural because it has already been accepted inwardly. Your future unfolds in much the same way. The life that appears effortless on the outside is usually the result of a deeply accepted vision within. This is why your imagination deserves your greatest care. It is more than a place where dreams visit for a few moments before disappearing. It is the quiet workshop where tomorrow is patiently assembled. Every loving picture you repeatedly hold with faith becomes more familiar to your heart. Eventually, your actions begin expressing that picture without force. You no longer act to become successful. You act because success has become part of your identity. Perhaps you have noticed how easily people remember painful moments while forgetting the countless blessings that quietly carried them through difficult seasons. The mind often returns to what it has practiced most. If you have practiced fear, fear becomes familiar. If you practice gratitude, gratitude becomes your natural language. What you repeatedly rehearse begins feeling like home. Choose carefully what you allow to become familiar within you, because familiarity quietly shapes expectation. Think of a lighthouse standing beside the sea during a storm. It does not chase the ships. It does not argue with the waves. It simply remains steady, shining the light it was created to shine. Every passing vessel benefits because the lighthouse never forgets its purpose. Let your own awareness become like that. Do not chase every passing fear. Do not become distracted by every opinion offered by the world. Simply remain faithful to the light you have discovered within yourself. The steadier your inner light becomes, the easier it is for opportunities, relationships, and new beginnings to find their way toward you. There may be times when progress feels almost invisible. During those moments, remember the quiet wisdom of the changing seasons. Winter never announces the exact moment spring begins. Yet beneath frozen ground, life is already preparing new growth. The branches may appear empty, but deep within them, the next season has already begun. Your own journey often follows this same rhythm. There are days when your greatest victories are happening where no one else can see them. A stronger belief, a calmer response, a kinder conversation with yourself. These invisible victories become the roots from which visible success eventually grows. You will also discover that abundance expresses itself through more than possessions. It appears in the richness of your thinking, the generosity of your spirit, the peace that remains during uncertainty, and the confidence to give your best without demanding immediate results. When your heart becomes abundant first, your outer world gradually learns to reflect that inner wealth. Prosperity is not only something you collect, it is something you radiate. Notice how people naturally feel drawn toward those who carry quiet confidence. Not confidence that seeks attention, but confidence that quietly trusts life. Such people create a sense of calm wherever they go. Their words encourage, their presence reassures, their actions inspire. This is not because they have escaped every challenge. It is because they have learned that peace is a choice made long before circumstances agree with it. That peace becomes one of the greatest gifts they offer the world. As you continue walking this path, allow yourself to become patient with your own unfolding. A sculptor never strikes the stone with frustration because the masterpiece has not appeared after the first few movements. Every careful touch reveals a little more beauty. In the same way, every loving thought you choose removes another layer of unnecessary fear. Every act of forgiveness clears another window through which light can enter. Every moment of trust reveals another part of the extraordinary person who has quietly lived within you from the beginning. You may even find yourself smiling for reasons you cannot fully explain. Not because every desire has already appeared, but because your relationship with life has changed. You no longer wake each morning wondering whether good things are possible. You begin expecting them with gentle certainty. That expectation is not wishful thinking. It is a quiet partnership with possibility. It opens your eyes to ideas that once seemed impossible. It gives you courage to take inspired action when opportunities arrive. It reminds you that every meaningful step forward begins with an inner decision, and when inspired ideas come, honor them. A simple conversation may become the doorway to a lifelong opportunity. A small act of kindness may create a connection that changes your future. A dream you almost ignored may carry the very answer you have been seeking. Great transformations often begin in ways that appear ordinary. Life rarely announces its greatest blessings with loud fanfare. More often, they arrive gently, asking only that you recognize them with an open heart. So continue becoming the person who no longer measures life by yesterday's limitations. Continue choosing thoughts that strengthen your future rather than preserve old fears. Continue living with the quiet assurance that what you carry within is already shaping what you will soon experience without. There is still another beautiful realization waiting just ahead, one that reveals why the miracle you have been seeking has never truly been outside you, but has been patiently growing in the silent depths of your own awareness all along. And now, before you return to the world outside, remain here for one last quiet moment. Do not hurry. Some truths are too gentle to be rushed. Some awakenings arrive without noise. They settle softly into the heart, like morning light entering a room that has been waiting all night for the sun. Perhaps this is one of those moments, not because you have learned something entirely new, but because you have remembered something that has always belonged to you. You have remembered that the miracle was never somewhere beyond your reach. It was never hidden in another city, never locked behind another opportunity, never reserved for someone more fortunate. It has always rested within the quiet depths of your own awareness, patiently waiting for the day you would finally believe in it. That day is today. The greatest gift you can give yourself is no longer permission to doubt, but permission to trust. Trust the vision placed upon your heart. Trust the peace that rises without explanation. Trust the quiet certainty that whispers there is more within you than you have ever allowed yourself to see. Life responds in remarkable ways when you stop asking whether you are worthy and begin living as though your worth has never been in question. From this moment forward, become the careful guardian of your inner world. Protect it with love. Fill it with thoughts that strengthen you. Speak words that your future will be grateful to inherit. Every sentence you whisper to yourself becomes part of the atmosphere in which your tomorrow is growing. Every belief becomes a direction. Every expectation becomes an invitation. Every feeling accepted with conviction quietly begins arranging the experiences that will one day appear before your eyes. You are always creating, even in silence, even in ordinary moments, even when it seems that nothing is happening. The unseen is never inactive. Like roots growing beneath the earth, your deepest beliefs are constantly preparing the harvest that life will eventually reveal. So choose those beliefs with tenderness. Choose thoughts that honor your highest possibility. Choose words that carry hope instead of fear. Choose gratitude before evidence appears. Choose love when doubt asks to be heard. These are not small choices. They are the invisible architecture of an extraordinary life. Let success become more than achievement. Let it become the peaceful confidence that you remained faithful to your highest vision, even when circumstances invited you to settle for less. Let wealth become more than numbers. Let it become freedom within your spirit, generosity within your heart, wisdom within your decisions, joy within your everyday moments. The richest person is not merely the one who possesses much. It is the one who has discovered an endless source of abundance within themselves. Carry that abundance everywhere you go. Carry it into your work. Carry it into your relationships. Carry it into your conversations. Carry it into the quiet moments when no one else is watching, because the person you become in private is quietly shaping the life you experience in public. Never again underestimate the influence of your own inner voice. If it speaks limitation, life begins wearing the colors of limitation. If it speaks possibility, new paths begin appearing where walls once stood. If it speaks love, the world slowly becomes a place where love is easier to recognize. The world often reflects the conversation you have been having with yourself all along. So let that conversation become beautiful, gentle, faithful, generous, true. There will still be mornings when uncertainty tries to return, Smile gently when it does. Welcome it as an old traveler who no longer knows your address. You have moved. You no longer live in the house built by fear. You now live in the quiet certainty that your life is unfolding from the inside outward, and that home cannot be shaken by temporary storms. One day, perhaps years from now, you may pause in the middle of an ordinary afternoon and suddenly realize that the life you once prayed for has become the life you are quietly living. Not because one dramatic miracle changed everything overnight, but because one faithful thought became another, one loving belief replaced another old fear, one peaceful expectation became your natural way of seeing the world. Little by little, your inner life became so aligned with abundance that your outer life could no longer remain the same. That is the quiet miracle. That is the lasting miracle. So breathe deeply, stand peacefully, walk gently, love freely, give generously, dream without apology, speak carefully, believe wholeheartedly. And whenever you are tempted to search outside yourself for the power to change your life, pause for a moment and place your hand upon your heart. Remember what has awakened here today. Remember that the light you sought has always been shining within you. Remember that the peace you longed for has always known your name. Remember that the abundance you desired first grows in consciousness before it blossoms in experience. And above all, remember this simple truth for the rest of your life. Every loving thought is a beginning. Every faithful word is a seed. Every unwavering belief is an act of creation. Become the miracle in your own awareness, and let your days become a quiet testimony to the beautiful life that naturally unfolds when a heart finally believes in its own infinite worth.